Welcome back, boys and girls, to another episode of Karp Talk Radio. I'm your host, Chris Morgan, and I'm joined with my crew of merry men.
We're going to do the exact same thing you did to us.
Well, I didn't do it to you. Well, we done it to you, but...
Yep. Hi ho, it's off to work I go. Ryan Ferry here.
Hey guys, it's Jamie. I guess I'll be nice this time. So, Chris, what are we talking about tonight? We're totally going to do this again, aren't we?
I believe we had a pre-release this last weekend, so we've got some stuff to talk about. If you guys like talking about new cards, this is the show for you. Even though Jamie doesn't get excited about opening cards.
Yeah, I do. I turned into a complete fangirl when I pulled my EX out of the pack. Ask Ryan, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. So, the first pre-release that I went to, and the only one that Jamie went to, was the one in Lexington at A+ Comics. And Jamie pulls out on his last pack the secret rare, one of the two secret rare Mewtwo EXs in this set. Odds of getting a secret rare, for those who don't know, are 1 in 72 packs or 1 in 2 booster boxes. So, yeah, pretty rare card, expensive, probably, once the set comes out, all that good stuff, and it's one of Jamie's favorites.
It's my favorite legendary, that's for sure. Y'all want me to go pull it out?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And we'll never see him again.
And while he's gone, I'll talk about my highlights from the second pre-release I went to. I know me and Jamie, I'm sure, will want to talk about the first one. But the second one I went to was in Louisville. It was organized by the same PTO. Big shout-out to Rick for doing both. For those who don't know, Lexington's PTO actually recently decided that he was done with the whole thing and quit, I'd say. Well, you say Scott quit about a month ago, right?
Yeah, it's been a month and a half ago he retired.
So right now the scene is kind of in turmoil as to whether we're even going to have a cities or anything like that. So to even have a pre-release was pretty cool. And the fact that Rick was willing to do that one and and Louisville's pre-release was really cool. And, well, because my story is a short story for the second one, I went 0-4. I tried running a Typhlosion, which is a Stage 2, and I couldn't get it out. Yeah, that sums up Louisville. And I think Jamie's back. Hold on, he's moving the pillows. He's putting on the headset.
Yep. So guys,
and we're back.
So guys, first off, we had door prizes, and I thought this was actually really cool. This is what I got for a door prize.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Call of Legends Snorlax. He gave away one of those in Louisville too.
That's nice.
That is nice, isn't it? I mean, just look at this. I feel like if I was a Pokemon in real life, I'd actually be Snorlax, not even joking. So, shut up.
No, that would be me.
Managed to get a Staff Chestnut.
Wait, you got a staff one? Did he raffle it off?
No, Kyle.
Oh.
I traded him one of my Staff Altarias, like my regular one. I didn't trade him my misprint one.
This is what happens when I leave early to make sure I'm on time for things.
Yeah. And then, first pack I opened, you probably all guys already saw this. Marowak Break. Pretty cool. In the very last pack, I pulled this. This is beautiful. Either one of you can respond. I mean,
I was there.
All of its presence. I mean,
I was there. I've seen it.
I'm still disappointed in you not getting as excited as I thought you would on that video.
Yeah, we were hoping you'd be the new Nintendo 64 kid and it would get us famous.
Yeah, I mean, I expected you to run around, kiss girls, show everybody your cards, tell the kids they suck. Flip over tables, do a dance.
Lower tables. There were 2 tables, sir.
I mean, he was just like, hey, guy. Oh, I think we got something good in this pack. It's a Mewtwo.
That's about how I reacted.
I mean, yeah, that was it.
So these were my main highlights, as you can probably see on the screen right now. A Mega Houndoom, a Mega Mewtwo Y, 2 Chestnut Break, and a Marowak. I pulled a Noivern, but traded it away. I'm trying to get 4 of them so I can build a deck around it. But, yeah, these were kind of my highlights from both pre-releases in terms of ultra rares. Got your Breakthrough promo here. And then Typhlosion was what I tried to build my deck around in Louisville and failed miserably. Haxorus is what I built my deck around in Lexington, and it wound up going okay. I mean, to be able to do 130 for 2 energies and 230 if you set up a Dragon Dance up here, that's pretty good. This is what I was hoping to be my EX killer.
That thing has quite a bit of hit points, too.
Yeah, 160, which for a non-EX is pretty high. Which means it might go for some good money just because it has big numbers printed on it. You know how collectors are.
Yeah. Anyway, my deck was that guy. This, a judge, a town map, and 37 of these.
Jamie, people like you make pre-releases not fun.
I don't think pre-releases are fun, but okay.
Why'd you run the town map?
So he could see how many energy were prized.
Was you worried?
For the lulz, or in case Judge got prized.
Yeah, I played another guy who he managed to get the full Glalie, Mega Glalie line, but no Spirit Link. So he did that in 38 water energies. So in my match against him, he wound up mulliganing 18 times.
Oh, yeah, I played him. I mulliganed against him 11.
I opted to take only half of them because, I didn't want to deck myself out, since in pre-releases you do run 40-card decks. But the card that wound up saving my hind end in that match was this little guy right here, Bronzer. For a double colorless, its move is Payback. If your opponent has only 1 prize card left, the attack does 70 damage instead of 10. And conveniently, Mega Glalie is also weak to metal. So I managed to do 140 damage to it and knock it out and donk him.
Nice.
So that was fun. And then he's like, wait a second, what? It's a running joke in my matches with him that I usually wind up playing some sort of strategy that he has to read the card that he's never actually seen the strategy before. I played against him with Mega Tyranitar at League, and he didn't understand how the attack worked. So he said, well, I guess I'm going to have to RTFC. So I think it's funny that I've had to teach him to RTFC twice now.
So overall, how do you feel about this set? Do you like the breaks? Like this?
I feel kind of meh about it.
Nostalgia from Mewtwo aside, it's a pretty underwhelming set.
I mean, there's 10 Mewtwo cards in this set. They could have used the Secret Rare better. They could have made a Secret Rare Muscle Band, or maybe even a Secret Rare Supporter, or even a Full Art Sycamore. That would have been really, really nice.
Still waiting on that one. It seemed like, though, like this one, like everything was really based around those break cards, and there's no real, to me, it doesn't look like there's a way to really utilize them yet.
I mean, Zoroark Break will be okay in standard Eviltal decks. I know Andrew Mahone recently did an article on Pokebeach, I believe that went up earlier today, saying that Zoroark Break could be pretty good in those kind of decks, but other than that, I really don't see that much usefulness for breaks except to make their previously existing cards better, like, for example, Noivern from Furious Fist with its Echolocation ability, or Raichu from XY Base with its Circle Circuit attack. Giving it that extra bit of HP will always help. But is it worth taking up that extra space in your deck? Is the big question.
Maybe for Noivern, not so much for Raichu.
Yeah, for Noivern, absolutely. Since Noivern, I believe Noivern from Furious Fist only has 110 HP, which is very, very frail, and which makes the 130 on the break look better.
Yeah, but a stage 3 evolution, though.
Stage 2 for Noivern.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it would be Stage 3 for Chestnut Break.
Yeah.
But with Giant Plant Forest, I think you might be able to make it work with the XY base version with its touchdown attack. And this attack right here, the Tough Hammer attack, you do 30 damage to yourself. When you use the other attack from XY base, touchdown, you're actually healing 30 damage from yourself.
Yeah, but how long will it take you to power up said attack,
4 energies is what Tough Hammer costs, so a DCE and 2 grass.
I don't think it's worth it.
I don't know if it would be either. It just seems really low.
It's going to be you're going to have at least a 3-3-3 line for that.
Yeah, your Pokemon line is going to be really thick. I still want to make it work somehow, but it definitely won't be competitive.
You need a 3-3-3-3 line for that at least. That's 12 Pokemon. That's what most decks run, is 12 Pokemon. And then you still need a lot of energy. You need ways to accelerate energy. There's not really a good grass acceleration thing besides Viridian. Well,
yeah, these breaks are definitely more for collectors, at least right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe in XY9, maybe in XY10, that they'll find a way to make them competitive, but right now they just aren't.
Well, good thing about this set is we got a lot of reprints that we needed.
Professor's Letter, which Professor's Letter and Rainbow Energy being in the set definitely tell me for sure that XY base is going to be rotated out in the next rotation.
Well, yeah, it's the last set in it right now. That would be why. But having a reprint of Skyla, I think that's going to change the game. Fisherman is going to be a good for probably Raikou Magnezone.
I think it could work in Night March too.
Retreat 4 energy.
Hey, basic energies.
That deck don't run many basic energies though. It runs 3, 4 at the most.
Which you're getting 4 back.
Yeah, but you're not really discarding them. You just smack your DCE on and go on about your business. But I say and expand it. It would be good with Keldeo to run instead of Superior Energy Retrieval. It could be combined good with Raybor if people run that instead of Ray Eels.
Raybor, oh jeez.
Yeah.
I'm a little nostalgia for you there, huh, Jamie?
Oh, yeah. That's the reason I said it. And I think it'll be really good with Raikou Magnezone. But the only way I would say that, it's going to be how prominent that Seismitoad is going to be in Standard.
I just don't see Seismitoad being the threat that it was anymore. Like, it's still a good card, and it still does what it needs to do. The problem is its damage output's so low now that you can just kind of steadily build your Pokemon up and then take it out.
Yeah, if they reprint Verbank and Laser, then it'll probably be back to what it was. But if they do reprint those cards, I might just quit.
Yeah, I don't think they'll reprint those.
I'm tired of seeing lasers.
It's really odd. To me, it's really odd that they reprinted Skyla too.
Well,
not
and
sure.
they didn't just make the effect the same, but change it to a Kalos gym.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been.
Somebody said it was something to do with Hoopa, but there's not even a Hoopa in that set, so.
Who knows?
Well, it's because Hoopa can pull stuff from different times and different dimensions.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to be on some Doctor Who level-ish for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason Giovanni and other stuff were in the set, supposedly, so.
And N is supposedly going to be an XY9. I don't know if we have that confirmed yet or not.
I hope not.
I really don't want to see it, but if that is true, I'm going to have to actually go out and buy some. And I don't want to do that.
I got you covered.
Oh, yeah, the battle decks. I forgot about that. I'm going to have 4 of them now.
There you go.
Well, I like N. It's a good card, but I don't want to see it reprinted. It was broken in Standard for 4 years. We don't need it back.
Well, we got Judge, and like I said before when we were just talking, I didn't play when Judge was out originally, so I don't know.
I didn't either.
what its power level is or not, and I haven't really read the discussion that Ryan was talking about either. So
yeah, the discussion on Verbank actually brings up a really good point for both sides. For once, Verbank's actually good for something instead of just being a cancer.
Yeah. Just for a small moment in time.
Brief moment in time, one shining moment.
They quickly went back to what they do best.
Yeah, they quickly went back to trolling everybody.
That's what they do best.
Anyways, we're not here to rant about Facebook groups. We're here to talk Karp.
That's right.
See what I did there?
So, I know this don't mean anything to you all, but I really like the new Mewtwo's. Like, I don't
Mega
care
Mewtwo
much.
X is unplayable.
Mega Mewtwo X is very unplayable. But I do
If
like
it were a
the
fighting
art.
type, I would use it in a heartbeat.
Oh, I would too. But I always preferred Mega Mewtwo Y over X anyway. So
I just prefer X because my favorite Pokemon shares the same typing.
Yeah, fighting type would have made a big difference.
Oh yeah, because you could have just got that extra 60. But you can still Mega Turbo onto it. But if you're going to Mega Turbo, I would just Mega Turbo on the Mewtwo Y. So you can just, the more you Mega Turbo onto it, the more damage you're going to do.
But no weakness. Does it really need weakness at the end of the day?
No, because, let's see, you're getting 70 damage off of it. And then if your opponent has 2 energy on it, that's 60. That's 130 damage for 2 energy. And if you're going against hyper-aggressive things, like you're getting an extra 120 damage off of Giratina. That's huge. And then you're getting, like, God knows how much extra damage off of Eviltal. That's a good card. I expect it to see a lot of play.
Speaking of cards that we expect to see a lot of play, I'd like to focus on a couple non-EXs, non-breaks, kind of cards that might not have been talked about as much. I know I've been hyping up Dugtrio Evolutions since Mike PTCGO did a video on it, I'd say about 2 or 3 weeks ago now. The fact that we have Mr. Mime with Bench Barrier back, now mind you, it does have a different typing, but it is back now. This is going to be huge in said Dugtrio Evolution decks.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you're not having to take that 10 damage to all your bench Pokemon anymore is really, really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one I wanted to talk about was, of course, my favorite Pokemon, Gallade. Its ability Premonition lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, rearrange them in any order you wish, and then put them back on top. But its attack, for a double colorless, if you played a supporter card from your hand during this turn, the attack goes from doing 60 to doing 130 damage. So you could, in theory, maxes this out. You know, maybe Zoroark Break Rush and Retreat, Keldeo Rush and Retreat kind of deal. And then just do 130 damage right off the bat. 150 if you've got Fighting Stadium out and you're playing against an EX. That's big damage for just one energy attachment. And it's got 150 HP as well, which its EX actually has 170.
And the other cards I want to talk to you guys about is my favorite Pokemon. It's not going to be competitive at all.
No.
But it's going to be fun. This Typhlosion here. Its attack is Massive Eruption. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. This attack does 80 damage times the number of energy cards you discarded. So imagine Fiery Licks, Heat More from Plasma Storm.
With a little more work involved.
With a little bit more work involved and doing more damage because, let's see, 80 times 5, that's 400 damage if you can manage to discard 5 energy.
I mean, even if you're only discarding 3 of them, you're knocking out most megas. Actually, you're knocking out every mega, and you're knocking out everything except for Wailord. But who runs Wailord, right?
A lot of people. But
don't get me started.
I managed to get the reverse and the hollow one of it. I'm pretty happy about that.
I got a hollow one as well. So yeah, Jamie, this is yours. We'll work out a trade for it.
I've got one already. I don't need it.
Boo.
And another one I was wanting to talk to you about, you guys. I know you all hate these things. I do too, but I actually think these things may have a presence. The monkeys.
Ugh.
It's a monkey.
Hey, with monkeys.
So basically, Semi-Seer, Semi-Sage, and Semi-Poor all have the same attack. Semi-Seer all of them have this thing like Hand Fling, 2 colorless energy, so you can just smack a DCE on it, it's ready to go. And then with Semi-Seer, you can also Blacksmith on it in case you're coming up against Aegislash or something like that. And Hand Fling, this attack does 10 damage times the number of cards in your hand. Now, this may not be as prominent. It really will just depend on how played Judge is going to be and how played Ace Trainer is going to become. But I think if you used to combine that with Tierno, Roller Skates, and Slurpuff.
So basically the Metagross or Gourgeist deck engine.
Yeah.
I mean, I still feel like Gourgeist is a better choice just because when you slap the Grass Energy on it, it has 200 HP. Yeah, but with how popular Ace Trainer, Hex Maniac could be especially. Hex Maniac was a card that saw a lot more play than I expected at Regionals for Expanded. So I feel like as a result, that'll trickle down into Standard as well.
Oh yeah, because shutting off an ability is huge. If you shut off Gorgantic and it's got like 130 damage on it, that thing's gone. But with with the monkeys, they have 3 different type coverages, and they all attack for the same. So you can hit Fire Weakness, which is pretty big with like metal stuff. Sceptile. You can hit Water Weakness, which will be good with the Houndoom. I think Camerupt may make a bigger presence with this new Scorching Energy, Burning Energy, whatever it's called. And
Burning Energy.
Yeah, and then Semi-Sage will be pretty good because Seismitoad, and I think if and Expanded, no one will. It won't. I ain't want to play it in Expanded. That's too risky. The thing combined with Slurpuff, Lucky Helmets, just keep drawing cards, and if they get knocked out, put Sacred Ash in.
I mean, 90 is a really easy amount of damage to do, though. I mean, while that makes it easily searchable with Level Ball, at the same time, 90 is a very, very easy amount of damage to attain in an EX-heavy format.
True, but you've got all these things to be able to build your hand up to be able to get more knockouts. If you get a knockout, you can just Sacred Ash that and then promote your Slurpuff with a Float Stone on it, get you a Tasting, and after you get
Float Stone's getting a reprint, by the way.
Yeah, that's 2, and then if you have other ones, that's 5 extra. If you hit heads on a Roller Skate, that's 3 more. Tierno for your supporter, that's 11, plus whatever the heck else you got in your hand. You're hitting for a lot of damage. It can be done. I'm going to be experimenting with this.
Don't spoil your secret, Jamie. We all know what you're running at cities now. Oh, no.
Oh, no. I'm going to like 8 cities. I'm probably going to be switching decks every 2 tournaments.
And I'm going to run 4 Ace Trainers just to spite you in Lexington.
I may stick with Rayquaza. Who knows?
That's why we go and be packing Parallel City.
Yes, Parallel City.
There's a counter for everything.
That's a card I like it. Like, to me, that card opens up a lot of game design space. That's what I'm most excited about. So if they can print this card, I'd like to see them start printing more stadiums that have this similar type effect. To me, it's just neat to see like a game design that they haven't used yet before. And this one has a direct counter to a very powerful deck as well. Plus, it can give you the benefit of, extra protection against a certain number of different types. But that knocking somebody down to 3 bench spaces seems pretty good, especially with all the decks that want to abuse Skyfield now.
He doesn't approve.
Oh, that one doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, nobody runs that one anyways. Everybody's running Delta Evolution anyways.
I know, but I just kind of like had this in my work badge, and my keys are like right beside me, so it was just handy.
Oh, so you just wanted to make a funny for us, huh?
I wanted to make a funny.
You think you're funny, huh? You think you like making jokes? You think this is a game? This is a trading card game. This is a children's game, young man.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a ridiculous.
That was.
I wanted to keep escalating it for the sake of the joke, but I didn't want to get much louder because I didn't want to blow you guys' ears out.
Jamie would have eventually cried anyway, so.
That's the joke.
It's a very low self-esteem.
They don't need to know that.
It's all right. We're building your confidence up. That's why you opened that Mewtwo. Now you're all ready to go, and you're going to 4-0 at the tournament. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, guys, I gotta tell you about my loss at least. But it's an unsanctioned tournament, so it didn't really matter. So I didn't care if I won or not, because I was just bullcrapping that thing, and I can't believe I bullcrapped with 3-1. Since the last one I did, I went 1-3. But I played that Glalie deck that Ryan was talking about. Mulliganed 11 times, so he got his Spirit Link and his Mega Evolution.
He didn't run a Spirit Link in it.
Oh, he didn't?
No, his turn automatically ended when he Mega Evolved.
Oh, yeah, he ran an Assault Vest on it.
Yeah.
And then he put a Parallel City down on me. Parallel City did nothing, because I only had one Pokemon.
Also, Reverse Hollow Parallel City is beautiful because the body of the entire card is foil.
I'll have to see that one.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I was not able to acquire one, but I plan on acquiring 4.
Anyway, I didn't manage to choose to win the coin flip, so I did go second. So I'm like, Shatter Shot for 30, Shatter Shot for 60. So then he hit me with the Cryo Mouth for 80 damage. But if I hit him more, I would have got knocked out. So I'm sitting there playing willy-nilly, and then I kind of end up Shatter Shotting again. And if I had waited another turn, I would have had him knocked out. That's what made me mad. Well, I could have waited 2 more turns, because he would have shatter mouthed me, or cryo mouth, whatever it's called. I'm not familiar with these yet, because the sets don't drop for another 2 weeks.
Don't remind me.
I know. If I had waited 2 more turns, he would have only done 160 to him, because he had Parallel City, and he had 3 Pokemon pointing my way and reducing his damage by 20. So he would have only done 160 to me, then I would have been able to hit him for 150 to win. But I didn't think, because I didn't care.
Release date's November 4th, by the way.
November 4th. Okay, it drops in a week.
Yep, exactly a week.
Yeah. So if you guys got any Mewtwo's that you want to move, and you would like to donate to Team Magikarp, there will be a link in the description below to my Facebook.
Chris, edit that in.
Jamie's GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
GoFundMe code cards. I still find it funny that that Levi gave me the code cards instead of you, just because I was nice about it.
He did that just to piss me off. I actually asked him nicely. He was just getting on my nerves. That's what he's trying to do.
Oh.
Yep. As of right now, thanks to the kind people at both pre-releases, I've managed to accumulate enough code cards to where I'm 1 short of a booster box's worth right now. And I'm going to be getting a booster box in the mail, hopefully on either the 4th or 5th. Maybe, fingers crossed, No Limit Gaming sends them out a little bit earlier than that. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink at him. But
because he totally watches our show.
Oh, totally. What would make you suspect that?
Because our last 5 videos have only got like 20 views.
Shh! Don't tell them that. We need Chris's confidence to be high. We can't tell him there's so few viewers.
I'll just quit and walk away.
Don't do it. You have so much to live for.
Cry about it like a little pansy too.
Just like Jamie.
I don't get sad. I get pissed. I get angry.
I've watched your angry videos. You're not very angry.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of hard for me to get mad.
Really? Really? We're gonna go there now?
Mm-hmm.
All we have to do is have Kyle snore in the vicinity.
Oh. So, guys,
In jokes everywhere.
Yeah, guys, I think that's all, unless you guys got something else.
Well, I did play a tournament this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you do, Chris? Why don't you talk about it?
Maybe not a pre-release, but I did play a tournament.
Yeah, I was sitting there waiting, like, when's he going to talk about this?
I'm just waiting for you to shut up. No,
it's funny because I'm the one that's talked the most so far.
It's all right. I appreciate your opinions, and I look forward to your spirited debate. Jamie just babbles. No, I like Jamie's stuff too. He does good stuff, but I wish he would get more excited when he opens Mewtwo's.
Oh, don't worry. Wait until we open that booster box.
We are on a mission to make one of us a meme.
Yes.
For exposure.
Exactly.
Talk about your tournament.
But back to me. Anyway, I played in a Halloween special tournament that they had over in Whitesburg. The prize for it was they had a booster box and a energy that had been altered with the Ghastly and Hunter and Gengar and stuff like that on it.
Did the girl from Burbank do that one too? Because it looked like her art style.
It was.
I want one of those of Galate eventually.
Yeah,
she does such a great job.
They're very nice. So I've got that one, and I ended up winning that tournament to get that card. We ended up splitting 4 ways for the top 4 people on the booster box, which was fine with me because I just wanted to go home at the end of it. But basically, I played the Giratina Fairy deck that I got the list off of Ryan there. He sent me his list, and I used it. I started to play the Toad Manetric Bats deck, but Xavier decided that he wanted to play that deck, and he really enjoyed it, so worked out well for both of us. I ended up playing some rather interesting decks. The first one was a Toad deck, but they were trying to use Malamar in it to put everybody else's Toads and stuff to sleep. I've got a recorded match of that. Our first game, I don't know what we were both doing, but we didn't draw a supporter for like 4 turns. So we're just sitting there slugging back and forth, not really accomplishing anything. But eventually, I finally hit a supporter and just bust through and destroy him. Once you can get the Giratina going, it's hard for them to play down any more DCEs or energy, or not energies, but muscle bands. So if they have to use their super scoop ups, all of a sudden they've got clean Toads, but they don't have anything to put on them. So that worked out well. The next round after that, I was kind of worried because I'd heard it was a Wailord deck. Turns out he did have 4 Wailords in his deck, but it was also running like Lugia and stuff like that. So I just went and got my only Lugia in the deck, let him build his Lugia up, and then knock it out, then knock out the next Pokemon that he had. And I used that strategy to win that. And then the third round, I played like some kind of fighting deck with Lucario and stuff. And that wasn't too hard to take down either, because once you got Giratina going, you just locked them out of their special fighting energy, so their damage was reduced greatly. After that, they wanted to do a top 8, which I thought was really weird considering there was only 8 people there. But, you know, it's their tournament. I went ahead and done it anyway, and I ended up having to play Xavier, which I don't think I should have. I think he was actually in second place, but the tournament manager wouldn't let them set up a top 8, a top cut for it, which I guess the reason why is because there wasn't enough masters there to really do one. But I ended up playing Xavier, and I have to say that was the hardest match I played all day. He played his deck really well. We went to a game 3, probably almost an hour and 20 minutes trying to decide who was going to win this. The first game came down to a few cards left and 1 prize apiece, and I ended up taking that one. Game 2, the same scenario. He ended up getting enough damage in there on the last turn between Crobats and Seismitoad to win the game. And then the third game came down to 1 card apiece left for us in our decks. Mine happened to be the 1 energy that I needed to win the game, so I drew it and won. And had I not won that turn, he could have either passed the turn back to me and I would decked out, or he could have won with damage on the board. So very exciting game. And more than just winning the tournament. The fact that my son played as well as he did and that he really wanted to win that game that bad meant a lot to me, because for the last little bit he's been Minecraft obsessed and not really worried about playing Pokemon, which is fine if he didn't want to, but I was really happy to see how much he was into it, how much he really, really valued trying to win that match, and how it hurt that he didn't get it done, and that next time that he wants to win it so bad that he has kind of rededicated himself to practicing and things like that. And to me, that's as a dad, that's just really great to see my son do that. A lot of people would be like, I should just gave him the win, but if I done that, then later on when he faces another tough matchup, nobody's going to give him the win, and he has to find a way to win it, and that's what I want him to do ultimately.
You had to give him tough love.
Right.
Yay, sports dads.
Well, I mean, that's life in general.
Good life lesson for you kids.
That's right.
No one is going to hand you anything in this life. If you want it, you got to go take it. Not steal it.
He still got all the packs, so it's like he still got everything he would have got anyway. Because I didn't care about opening packs, and he was excited that they opened a full art Ampharos and stuff like that. So.
Oh, did he get a Volcarona to go with it?
Yeah, he did actually. So we got that deck set up for him, but I think he said he'll just stick with Toad for now on.
Oh.
But he did end up winning there was a costume contest as well, so he won that. He got a $25 gift card, and
which he promptly used to buy more cards.
Actually, he was going to buy a headset, and he found out that he's kind of trying to figure out how to use his broken headset without having to buy another one. So I'm proud of him being resourceful, because he wants to keep his card to buy something else with, probably Minecraft related as well.
Hey, that's a step in the right direction. He's prioritizing his money.
That's right. So again, as a dad, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, some of us still haven't learned that lesson.
Yeah, look at what we spend our money on.
Yeah, I wish I could, but still got to pay all this property tax and other crap that's coming up.
I'm saving up for college now and trying to go into the real world.
Yeah, it's not as glamorous as I make it look.
It's not. I already know that.
Sucks.
I've kind of had my foot in the door of it for the past 3 years. I know it's terrible.
Growing up was the worst decision I ever made.
I didn't decide to grow up. It just happened.
One does not simply walk into real life.
No. Like, being an adult between the ages of 18 to 25 is like playing an RPG without reading the instructions or any kind of manual, and you're just kind of running around not knowing what to do.
You stole that from Facebook.
No. Yeah, a little bit. And then you finally come across your first mission, and then you're just kicking butt after that.
Oh, man, I tell you, college was the best for me. It's like you have all the power of being an adult and no responsibility whatsoever.
That's not true.
Well, you didn't enjoy college the right way, sir. You also stayed at your house.
And I also worked full-time.
Well, I done that too.
I worked full-time and went to school full-time, still living at home. And I was working morning shift and going to school morning shift on the days I didn't go to work. So
Anyways.
Yes.
So, I believe that this episode might be over. I think we've run out of things to talk about here, and I believe you're supposed to be picking up your dad from work, Jamie.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Oh,
all right.
So, Jamie, just a little bit more.
So, it's been Ryan Ferry. Don't do this to me, too. Come on.
This has been Jamie.
And this is Chris Morgan reminding you to keep on splashing, boys and girls.
Keep splashing, guys.